Hey guys, it's Dr. 101 here, and today I'm going to be showing you some cool posters I made, and I'll actually show you one behind the scenes. It's one of my favorite too. Okay, so the first one I made was this one, and this was the first time I actually used particle correction, and I'll link the tutorial that I made, or you can just go to the video under this, and it'll be right there, and it'll show you how to get this effect and not when that particle will be all over there or wherever you might have it. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then the next one I made, I believe, was this one, which is not bad, but it could have a little bit more character. And then it was this one, which I'm particularly proud of. Now this one's pretty good, and I found how to properly put the electro sapper on a sentry. It's actually something called build point, and you just lock it to that and zero it out. And yeah, so I had a blood particle, and I imported that's a backstab sequence, as you can see, and there's a knife in there, and I just had to edit it a little bit, and that's a normal James Bond pose that is in the actual TF2 game itself, so I just had to edit that as well. I didn't actually put the sentry down, but I just didn't feel like it. And yeah, and the next one I did, I think it was this one. This one I actually have open in the SFM, but I'll show you that in a minute. And then I just changed the skins with these two ones, and yeah, they look pretty cool actually. I just changed the skins to give it a different look. That actually looks pretty good. And then I made this one, and this one's just like an action shot, scout running by, and you shot a sniper. And this one is probably my most proud one. It actually looks pretty good with the aperture here and the focal distance over here. I really love this one. So yeah, please give a like for this image. Okay, and yeah, so I'm just going to go into behind the scenes in that heavy involve thing. Just going to go into work camera. So yeah, what I did is I actually pressed Alt. And I was circling around like that until I got a good shot. The Alt, trust me, is a really good way to find a really good cinematic camera effect, because it displays the 3D model not as 2D but as 3D, as Bayride has explained. And yeah, so what I did is I had an engineer and I made him kill, and I also had a scout and I also made him kill as a ragdoll, and I timed that so they would be in line with what I wanted, which I actually had to make. I made a separate clip so I know when I wanted it. It's right there, and as you can see, there's all the particles. The scout's dead, the engineer's dead, and also I had used particles, as you have noticed in the thing probably, and I also use a helper to do that. Helpers are awesome. You might think, oh, what is this cross thing? It just looks stupid. Trust me, it helps a lot. And yeah, that's a really cool scene. I just changed the skin on the heavy, and yeah, I also timed that as well. I just wanted that that facial animation. That's why I chose that time. I'll just quickly just change the skin heavy. It's different skin. Why is that? That's weird. Okay then, that's odd. But yeah, that's behind the scenes, and yeah. I also did a lot of camera work with this, I believe. Where's the camera? Oh, the camera. That's odd. I did do a fair amount of camera work. I know I did. I'll try and do it now, actually, so you can get taste what I like to do with it. Okay, since you actually have to click on the clip. Oh, I did do the camera. So yeah, so what I do is I do what Jim Lins does, and I'll link the video. I'll just check now. I'll link the video where he tells you how to export yours properly and get a really good effect. I use it all the time, especially when making this. And I use the focal distance. Focal distance is around here. I'm not going to play with that because it's just what I wanted. And I also used aperture. Now, depending on what your computer is, mine is always very good. And see how crappy that effect is. See how crappy that effect is. That is the worst you can get. So when you export, have it on. But for those people who don't have such a good computer, turn that off. And when you want to do the camera work and all of that, make sure your map isn't really big, otherwise it won't work. Trust me, I have a laptop that doesn't work with this. And yeah, you drag the aperture up, and what it does is it just focuses. It has more detail in this part. No, yeah, and it blurs. It has like a blurred effect. Like, okay, you see how the minigun has a blurred effect? It's a lot like that. You can see there's a tiny bit of aperture in there. And that's about it. And I also had a little bloom scale and tone map scale. That's just lighting and stuff like that. I didn't actually use any lights at all, even though I maybe should have. That looks pretty cool without that camera thing. Maybe even that, I'm not sure. I might do that one day, but I doubt it. That looks stupid. You can see the helper. Yeah, but yeah, that's how I did it. And later on, I'm gonna do a time lapse, and I'm gonna do a time lapse of me making a poster, and after that, I'm gonna make a tutorial on how to make a really good effect. And yeah, I'll be making an actual poster for myself in the process. And you can do that too. It'll be really easy. Okay, guys. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please do leave a like. To this video because, well, I worked a lot. I worked very hard on these posters, and I think they're really cool. Also, you might get these effects when you're doing one. This is normal game. This is when you do this, you might, when you fire at a wall or something and you don't want that in your shot, you just click console underscore clear decals. Okay, and primary view, they're gone. It's awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe for more, and I shall see you in the next video. So see you later, guys.